You're tuned into The Urban Coin, and this is part one of a two-part series on the business of battle rap. Battle rap is hip-hop in its rawest form. Two MCs go head-to-head to see who will reign supreme. This is how DMX puts it.
It's like the difference between pro ball and a street ball. You know what I'm saying? Pro ball is cool, and that's where the money is at. But the street ball niggas is the nicest ones. You know what I'm saying? And the way they do moves like that, it's more personal, it's more competitive. You know what I'm saying? That's what battling is to rap.
We all know that street ballers don't make as much as NBA players. But battle rap culture as a whole really has the potential to grow as a business. To explore this potential, we're going to focus in on the Ultimate Rap League, better known as the URL. The URL grew out of the Smack DVD series. Troy Smack Mitchell, along with partners Eric Beasley and John Chico French, created a video magazine that captured behind-the-scenes footage of hip-hop stars and gave new artists an outlet to share their music and tell their stories. But it was the freestyle battles that stood the test of time and became wildly popular. So in 2009, the URL was launched. Since then, the URL has solidified its place as the #1 name in battle rap through its yearly events. So how can the URL take the business of battle rap to the next level? We're going to approach this by doing a SWOT analysis on URL as a company. After you set a goal, a SWOT is used to evaluate strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats the company faces. Each item listed in a category can be used to create a strategy to achieve the goal. In this case, the goal is for the URL to expand their business and earn more money. For more information on the SWOT analysis, click the link in the description box. Okay, so let's talk about the URL's strengths. One strength they definitely have is that they are the originator. The Smack DVD series was the first to document the underground world of battle rap on a consistent basis. Here's Smack speaking on this on Hot 97's Ebro in the Morning show.
Battle rap art form was a dying art form. You know what I mean? People was shitting on battling. Like, it wasn't cool like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Y'all made it cool.
Like, we basically built a new industry inside the hip hop culture.
Because of this, the URL has adopted slogans such as "You can't copy respect" and
You know, if it ain't on the URL, it don't count. You know what I'm saying? It don't count, man.
Another strength the URL has is its brand name. The Smack URL brand is synonymous with battle rap. Most hardcore fans list the URL as their favorite league. Smack White is also a very visible presence at URL battles. His brand is so strong that when BET's 106 in Park wanted to bring an authentic feel to Freestyle Friday, they called Smack.
You see what I got right here to my right? I ain't gotta say no more. It's your boy Schmrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr 106 in Park BT. UFF, Ultimate Freestyle Friday. It's going down. Me and Bow Wow coming through, collaborating this, you know what I'm saying, raising the art form of this culture. We out here, man. Y'all already know what it is, man.
A third strength that the URL has is their passionate fan base. The Smack URL brand has a wide reach within the battle rap community. Since battles aren't judged, fans watch and debate the winners for years after the fact. Here's URL co-founder Eric Beasley on Ebro in the Morning.
Our YouTube channel is huge. You know, we have close to 500,000 subscribers.
Talk about it.
And we just went over 200 million views. So we have an outlet and we're tapped into the battle rap audience. So they pretty much watch whatever we say. So even a smaller battle with newer guys will get what a big battle would on another platform.
We wanted to back up Beasley's claim with some data. So we headed over to nextbigsound.com. Next Big Sound is a data analytics company that lets you track the online popularity of artists and brands. We found out that Beasley is right. Not only does URL's YouTube page have nearly 207 million views, they average about 1.2 million views a week. That's nearly twice as many views a week as the next largest battle rap league, King of the Dot. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the URL's weaknesses. The first is a weakness that most leagues have. and that is upfront financing. Here's Joe Budden in a sit-down with PSA Radio.
It took a long time for us to see Hollow versus Lux because just the culture couldn't afford that battle at the moment. And even for UW to put it on, they had to go get investors, right?
Right.
Me and Hollow, those finances had to be outsourced from outside of the culture, from a bigger machine. Cassidy and Disaster, you talking about an outside investor coming in who just maybe loves the sport or whatever. These are not leagues that are funding this.
Smack also confirmed this in a Vlad TV interview. He was asked if he thinks that DNA would deserve $50,000 for a battle if that was his request.
I mean, I think everybody deserves the amount that they want and request, but at the end of the day, it's all about if it's gonna make sense and if whoever's gonna put up that money is gonna recoup. A lot of these dudes just be asking for a certain amount of money and, not bringing a certain amount of people out. You know what I'm saying?
Notice that Smack says it's about if whoever is gonna put up that money is gonna recoup. That means that it's not the league itself that funds large-scale battles. What happens is that when MCs become too popular, they price themselves outside of what the culture can afford to pay them. This can turn into a threat, which we'll discuss later. Another weakness of the URL in most of battle rap culture is the vulgar and explicit content of the MC's rhymes. To the fan, this might be one of the best parts of a battle, and we don't necessarily disagree, but from the perspective of growing the business, vulgar content will limit some money-making opportunities. A third weakness the URL has is in paid digital distribution. Fans are used to getting battles for free on YouTube. They don't like to pay for the live stream. This means that revenue is basically limited to actual ticket sales and sponsorship deals. This leaves a lot of money on the table from fans who can't make it to the events. But there's a reason the URL is cautious about live streaming: piracy. Here's Smack in an interview with BattleRap.com on what he learned from his first pay-per-view experience for Gnome 5.
I learned that, there's no security in it. They're going to bootleg the link. The links is going to be all over. Everybody going to have access to your content. Yep. There's no technology that can stop it. I don't think I'm going to pursue it again.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. It would have to make sense. Now, I might do live stream again. I don't know, man. I just don't like people having my content out without it being presented in the right way. Just because we go so hard, we negotiate these contracts with these artists, we pay a lot of money, and we want the content to be represented in a way where it's going to be appreciated for years to come.
Smack has a valid point. When the URL's pay-per-view link is bootlegged, the full event ends up on YouTube the same night. Not only does this take away from the artistic value because the matches aren't edited, it also competes with the official URL TV YouTube channel for views. This matters a lot because the metrics of video views and likes calculate into the value of the overall brand, as we saw with Next Big Sound. Now let's look at some opportunities. The first clear opportunity is in merchandise. The URL might not be able to get fans to pay for online streams of their content, but they still own that content. The question is, how can they package it in a unique way that the fans can't duplicate? Here's a thought. The 10-year anniversary of the URL is coming up in 2019. A documentary about the top 10 battles in Smack URL history would be a great way to celebrate. It could star the MCs in question and feature original interviews of them explaining how they prepare their verses and what was going on in their lives at the time. But instead of releasing it for free on YouTube, it could stream exclusively on Netflix. This is just one example of how merchandise can be used to create ongoing revenue streams. Another opportunity is to beef up their sponsorship activity. Exclusive Vodka is a long-term sponsor of the league, but their presence is pretty basic. You'll see the logo in the beginning of the official versions of battles on YouTube and in the bottom left corner during the battle. You might also see a banner in the background or someone on stage holding a bottle of exclusive. But the URL could create a special segment during their events that's sponsored by exclusive or a different brand. This is what the NBA does with their dunk contest. It's not just the slam dunk contest, it's the Sprite slam dunk contest. And there's heavy branding throughout. The URL could put on an exclusive fan battle during their events. This is just an example image of what the branding might look like, but the requirements could be never having been in a rap battle in any league and buying a ticket to the event. They could have fans submit a verse by video and even let the public pick the top 2 on the URL TV website. The prize could be, let's say, $500, 2 free tickets to the next event, and a bottle of exclusive vodka signed by every MC on the card. Like, fans might like that. This is just one example of how the URL can integrate their sponsors into the event and increase fan engagement at the same time. This type of excitement will attract new brand sponsors that want to be associated with street culture and eventually bring in more income. A third opportunity is to pursue larger venues, but this one is tricky. On the one hand, people don't want to buy the pay-per-view that can earn the event more money without changing it. On the other hand, if you change the event location to sell more tickets, it might ruin the whole vibe. Here's battle rapper Sue Surf on the Ebro in the Morning Show.
Once you add in a pay-per-view, it dilutes everything else. Now the people that's not home is going to touch YouTube fast the wrong way. It's not going to be edited anything, so now you're going to take from the worth of the actual battle. The reason everybody likes battle rap is because of the gutter feel, like the street hard. That's garage shit, that's backyard shit, that's in a playground shit. The minute you put me in a Best Buy theater, it take, who the fuck want to watch a battle from the nosebleeds? Nobody.
They like feel like they're in
it. Yeah.
This opportunity seems like a catch-22, but it's still something that should be explored from a business perspective. The fans' treatment of the pay-per-view links kind of forces the URL's hand in this situation. Finally, we'll explore the threats. The first threat is competing leagues. There are leagues in the US, in Canada, all around the world. Anytime a battle rap event is put on, it's competing with the URL's core business. The second threat is from outside companies with deeper pockets. That's right, we're talking about Total Slaughter. This is probably the URL's biggest threat. Total Slaughter is presented by Eminem and Shady Films. And Shady Films' content is developed and produced through a deal with Loud, which started as a YouTube channel. Shady Films also owns a piece of WatchLoud.com in partnership with the Loud brand's parent company, Electus. The founder of Electus is the former co-chairman of NBC Entertainment, and Electus is a division of IAC/Interactive Corp, a $3 billion a year media and internet company that trades on the NASDAQ stock exchange. The Total Slaughter brand was pretty much born with a silver spoon in its mouth. They have deep connections within and outside of hip-hop, and they've already begun to bridge the gap between battle rap and mainstream hip-hop culture. A third threat is that the URL doesn't have exclusive contracts with most of the veteran top-tier talent they promote. This is one of the main reasons that Total Slaughter was able to even happen. Total Slaughter's main event was a rematch of a battle first seen on Smack. Here's Smack sharing his thoughts on this with 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
No more freebies, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with just basically finding people and then everybody trying to grab, pick, and try to take from my talent pool. We ain't doing that no more. It's 2014. Y'all can have everything and everybody that we marketed for years. Y'all can have all the top tiers. I don't care. I'm coming with a whole roster of new talent for the world to appreciate, and that's what we doing, because I'm a real dude.
I fuck with the top tiers.
I fuck with them too. But they all free agents though. You know what I'm saying? The new talent that I'm doing, I just want exclusively to like what we got going on over here and this new program that I'm putting together for the URLTV.TV. Straight up.
So there you have it. Our SWOT analysis of the URL is complete. What do you think of our list? Are there any strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, or threats that we missed? Or do you think that any of the ones we chose are bogus? We want to hear from you. Sound off in the comments below. Talk to us on Facebook or Twitter. Hit up our IG page. But definitely let us know your thoughts. Stay tuned for part 2 of this series on the business of battle rap. Coming up, we're going to use the SWOT analysis we just did to formulate a strategy to accomplish the goal of expanding the business. Here's a sneak peek of our strategy. Battle rap is like a sport, right? 2 MCs go head to head in competition. Just keep that in mind and you'll see where we're going with this soon. But in the meantime, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more hip hop and business, man.